Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Xuan Kai and I'm a day trader from Singapore. Now if you've clicked on this video and you're watching this right now, I hope this video really helps you. But man, do I really hate making these videos. I hate it when my biggest loss just gets bigger and bigger. I mean, these videos tend to do a little bit better on my channel. So it helps grow my YouTube channel, but it just sucks so badly for my trading account. I don't really enjoy recapping my huge losses because it's such a pain. But transparency is really important to me, so I just really want to show you guys how difficult it is to become a trader. In fact, I really wanted to quit day trading right after this trading day. So the motivational quote for today is really for me to reflect on what happened today. So the motivational quote for today is, don't judge the moment, accept my situation and whatever came out of it, focusing on what I can control and acknowledge the fact of my situation. So I guess this can really apply to my situation, especially today. I felt so low after losing so much money today. However, I still have to accept this loss. I have to accept that I made mistakes today and this loss has already happened. So all I can do now is to admit it. As much as I want to deny it or distract myself from the loss, that's not the right way to approach it. I have to admit the loss, which is why I'm making this video. And focus on what I can do, which is to find out what I did right and what I did wrong, and to use this as a wonderful opportunity for me to improve in my trading journey. So it definitely sucks and it's not easy to look on the brighter side of things when these things happen, but at least I'm trying to do so right now. So no matter how bad your life is right now, for you guys, hopefully you can vent all you want, but after all of that venting, I want you guys to slowly accept your situation and start to look at things objectively as well. So with that, it would be a tremendous help for me if you guys can smash the like button and subscribe to my channel down below, and also hit the notification bell for further videos. Now let's get into today's video. So you can see for today you have Nasdaq on the left side and SPY on the right side. For the 5-minute time frame, you can see that for the day itself, Nasdaq kind of downtrended and then went sideways. Not too sure what's going to happen when the market opens, and SPY as well downtrended and then sort of moved sideways as well. It kind of shows, for the catalyst for the market was that economic data on Thursday suggested that the growth was set to slow, so maybe that's why the investors were sort of feeling a little bit bearish, because the growth is going to start slowing for the economy, so that's why it's selling off a little bit today. For Tesla wise, you can see that Tesla, when the pre-market wise, Tesla pushed up and then moved sideways, kind of different to what the market is doing. Yeah, and the catalyst for Tesla today, there was a catalyst saying that there was a fire occurred at Tesla Megapack battery site, but people don't seem to be reacting to this news too much. If not, Tesla's shares wouldn't be sort of pushing up and going sideways and look like it's going to push up further. Yeah, and another stock that I was watching is Pinterest. Yeah, this was the stock that I was watching for today as well, because Pinterest just reported earnings. You can see the earnings report and then it just sort of gapped down. Yeah, and it's super it's pushing down and downtrending for today. Yeah, you can see that it's downtrending for today. Now it kind of looks like it's going back to the same level, but overall it's a gap down from yesterday. After the earnings report, you can see very big gap down. So Pins wise, they had strong earnings. However, the investors reacted very negatively to the company's weaker than expected growth in monthly active users and its bearish revenue guidance for the third quarter. And there was also multiple downgrades from all the Wall Street analysts. So today I took 1 day trade and 2 scalps. All 3 of them were losers, sadly. So that's why I ended today with a big loss. But I'm not too concerned about the scalps, but it's more of the day trade that affected me the most, because majority of the money was lost on the day trade. So with that, let's get into today's live videos. So this was the very first trade that I took. A very first scalp that I took on Tesla. So this is for the break of 691.5. You can see Tesla was actually very strong for today, and then this is a nice pullback. I want to enter at around 691.2-ish, so I'm just watching the tape. I see 690.7, 0.8, 0.9 is approaching as well, so this is where I know it's about to come. You can see that the orders are coming in a little bit higher each time. I see 691s on the tape, 691s, and then pull back a little bit. 691.2, this is where I want to enter myself, so 691.5 is my entry. Stop loss is 690.5. Instantly it pulled back on me, and then when it reached 690.6 on the bids, I quickly got out of this trade. Yeah, because I didn't want it to pull back on me and I think I exited quite well for this trade. And the good thing for this one is that it's a Friday, so options are a little bit more volatile today. So what I did was I sized down when I traded a little bit more expensive premiums. Yeah, so that was the very first scalp that I took, which didn't go according to plan, but I think it was still not too bad. You can see that after it stopped me out and it just started pushing down again. So that was good. I exited very quickly, and now I want to try for the 691.5 again. So now I entered around the same area. It looks good actually. It looks like it's going to break the high of the day. So 691.5 is the entry again. Stop loss is 690.5. So now I'm just watching, can it have just a little bit more juice to push up and then break the high of day. So we're just watching here. It looks good on the tape so far. I see a lot of 691.8s, 0.9s. It's a lot better than the previous trade where it just pulled back on me immediately. Now this one you can see that it actually pushed up very strongly. I see 691.7s, 0.8s, pulling back a little bit. Can it break 692s? And see, now it breaks 692s. But then after it get over 692, it just pulled back very quickly. So that was perhaps a sign. And then it just started to pull back after that. So 691.4s, 0.3s, coming back to my entry level. I see 690.8s on the tape. So can it hold a 691.5 is the question. 691.3, 0.2s, and then now I see it's breaking below 690.5, and that is where I exited my second trade for Tesla as well. So both Tesla scalps didn't go very well, so that is just a little bit too sad for me. But yeah, nothing much you can do about that. So now let's get into the journaling part. So this was a huge red day that I took. So the trade on Pinterest that I took was this. So basically the first candle was green, which was good, and then I entered perhaps a little bit late. Yeah, but I entered around here, around the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th candle for 200 shares. And what happened was my entry was 59.5, stop loss was 60.5 above the high of day, and the take profit was 58.64. So it pushed all the way down, so close to hitting my target, my first profit target. That's where I would have put the risk behind me, but it didn't touch didn't touch the target, and then it pulled back all the way, it spiked all the way up to my stop loss. So the good thing I did was that I was able to practice not stopping myself up on these kind of huge spikes. So I was actually prepared to exit around 61s if it looked like it was going to push up again. So I wanted to wait for some kind of pullback on consolidation. If it continued to push up further, then I would exit my position. I was prepared to lose a little bit more, but what happened was that it started to push down, back down again below my entry of 59.5. So what happened is I added to my position for another 200 shares. Yeah, I added for another 200 shares. That was the problem there. But basically, it was a position size of 400 shares, and I lost $403. So the entry was supposed to be 59.5, but I got filled at a really good price because I entered a market order, and I got entered around the 59.57 region. So about 7 cents more that I got in my favor lah. Yeah, so I was able to practice to not panic sell when the price spiked up against me. I was able to practice adding to the trade when it broke the 59.5 region again, which is good practice as well. When things go in your favor, it's important to know how to add to your position. And what I didn't do well is the position sizing and adding when the markets were going against me. So my position size, I think the day before I realized that I couldn't really catch trades very quickly, so I didn't want to miss trade. So I just wanted to blanket use a certain position size like 200 shares, 100 shares, 75 shares, that kind of thing. And I think this is where my mistake was. So I realized that I'd rather miss trades than to be than to go into the trade with too big a position size. Yeah, so basically for this one, what I didn't do well is that position sizing and adding when the markets were moving against me. You can see that SPY and NQ was actually moving up quite nicely, and if I realized that, I wouldn't have entered and added to my position. But other than that, I don't think I did too badly for this trade. For Tesla wise, you can see that I entered twice. Both were on the break of 691.5, stop loss was 690.5, and take profit was 693. So premiums was entered at 5.65 and exit was 5.22. So this one was position size of one contract only, and the total loss was for 45 bucks. So I think entry was okay, and I exited very quickly when it pulled back to me. When it pulled back and the bids moved to the 690.6 level. So I think the exit for this was really good. Second one was definitely the same thing as well. 691.5 was the entry, stop loss is 690.5, and take profit was 693. Nowadays I'm looking for $1.5 movement in my direction. So entry was 5.45 and exit was 5.11. So this one was a smaller loss, was minus 36 bucks, and position size of one contract. So definitely Tesla pulled back and I got faked out in the first trade, but I thought I would have a chance to enter again on the break of 691.5. So I decided to give her another chance, and I was able to accept the risk. Just that the entry was good, the exit was okay as well. It just didn't go according to plan. Yeah, so I think things that I did well was good entries and exits, able to practice adding to my position, able to not panic exit on a spike against me, and great that I was knowing that I was trading a more expensive and at the money premium on Friday. So what I did was I reduced my position size, and because of that my losses on the scalps were lesser as well. Yeah, so the things to improve on will be the position sizing for the catalyst stocks, adding to the position criteria, and emotional management. So what I'm going to do from now onwards is I'm not going to just use a blanket position sizing for all my catalyst stocks anymore. I rather miss the trades than enter the trade with too big a position size. Enter with a position size that I'm comfortable with, like losing 50 bucks or a little bit more than that. And I'm only allowed to add to my position when things are going in my favor and the market is either sideways or in my favor as well. Meaning, if I'm going long, I want the market to be either sideways or going long as well. I don't want it to be selling off. Yeah, and not allowed to add to my position when the market is going in the opposite direction. And I think I felt really bad after today's trading as well. I was thinking of really giving up after this huge loss. But I cannot be so hard on myself. I need to really show myself some love and compassion. I did make some mistakes, but so what? They are not like major catastrophic mistakes that I cannot recover from. I also did a lot of right things today, like entering well, cutting my losses quickly. And after this mistake, I have valuable lessons like when to add to my position and to properly manage my position size. And to be glad that this mistake was only this small amount, like $400 is only this small amount. It sounds like a lot right now, but in the long run it's not going to mean much. You're not going to remember the $400 loss once you start scaling out and trading with more money. Yeah, and I'm glad that I didn't lose much more, and I'm glad that I didn't lose my whole trading account. And in fact, this mistake is going to save me from bigger losses in the future. So all I have to really do right now is to focus on to trade well, focus on the process, and really just disregard the P&L, and the profits will come in the future. So I'm working on resetting myself after this big loss and just being kind to myself. It's okay to lose money, don't get too disheartened. Pout all I want, sulk all I want, do whatever it is to vent and to feel better, and then come back fresher again for the next trading day after this big loss. Yeah, so definitely if you watch all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button down below and comment what you guys think about this video, and definitely hit the notification bell for any further videos as well. And as usual, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!